Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Turbo here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'm going to be covering the ESL Road to Rio matches. I did want to remind you, if you did want to join my Discord, the link is down below in the description. For today, I'm going to be covering NiP versus ENCE, Dignitas versus Fnatic, Copenhagen Flames versus Godsent, Heretics versus Complexity, Astralis versus Vitality, Movistar Riders versus FaZe, Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses, Gen G versus Orglis, and finally 100 Thieves versus Triumph. Enjoy the video. Before we get into the video, I did want to remind you, if you did want free money for match betting on CSGO Empire, you can use code TurboCSGO under free case, as well as on the affiliates tab on CSGO ATSI, you can use code TurboCSGO. And if you do like skins and CSGO case openings, you can do case opening battles and upgrades on DatDrop, and using code TurboCSGO will get you a free 5% on your deposit. Enjoy the video. First match we'll be getting into is NiP versus ENCE. This is a very interesting match. NiP was able to start off 2-0 in the Road to Rio tournament, whereas ENCE took a 2-0 loss to Heretics. ENCE was able to beat NiP 2-1 in their last match of the ESL Pro League, but I definitely think NiP will be able to turn things around here. ENCE was absolutely humiliated by the Tier 3 French team Heretics. NiP look like they've been really putting in the work into this tournament, and I believe they will be able to pick up this match here and get revenge on ENCE. The next match is Dignitas versus Fnatic. The HLTV rankings actually just updated and Fnatic was able to reclaim the #1 spot. I can imagine they must be fuming off this momentum, and I don't see any way they lose this match against a strongly failing Dignitas roster. I only fear that Dignitas will take a map because of the history between them, so I wouldn't recommend going minus 1.5 on this match, but maximum a moneyline bet. The next match is Copenhagen Flames versus Godsent. I was impressed by Copenhagen Flames for being able to come back after map 1 and beating Contact. Last time these two teams played was almost 2 months ago, and Godsent barely scraped by a 2-0 win. This time around, I believe it will be different. Godsent has looked so strong recently, and they managed to convincingly win every match in the DreamHack Europe qualifier. I think a moneyline bet on Godsent here is definitely the right play, also a minus 1.5 if you're feeling a little risky. Next match is Heretics versus Complexity. The current odds are about 1.50 for Complexity, and I think despite these somewhat low odds, I think they're definitely worth it. Complexity has come into this tournament looking like they really have something to prove. Unfortunately, they got matched against two of the toughest teams in the beginning, but I think they're really going to step up and play hard against this Heretics roster. Heretics did look impressive against ENCE, however. I think the close matches Complexity had against Vitality and Astralis were much more impressive. The next match is Astralis versus Vitality. I feel like this is going to be a somewhat close match. Astralis just got kicked off the #1 position by Fnatic, and I believe they're really going to be trying to gain that back. Vitality, on the other hand, hasn't been too impressive in their matches. They lost 2-1 to NiP, but managed to scrape by a 2-1 win against Complexity. I think Vitality are really going to prepare for this match, and we're going to see some amazing Counter-Strike. I would recommend over 2.5 maps on this match and bet on Astralis to win. The next match is Movistar Riders versus FaZe. Movistar Raiders were able to pick up their first match against Mousesports in a crazy upset. Mousesports then went on to play North, where they got sweep 2-0, confirming that something is definitely going on within Mousesports. FaZe has looked outstanding this tournament, and despite the upset potential here from Movistar Riders, I'm going to have to pick FaZe to win this match 2-0 based on how dominant they have looked so far. The next match is Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses. Cloud9 has not looked good at all recently. The wins they have gotten in the last few matches have been wins they've barely been able to scrape out against high-tier North American teams. Evil Geniuses was able to dominate one of these high-tier North American teams, and I think it will be the same here. I think there's absolutely no chance Cloud9 is going to be able to pick up the win here, and would possibly suggest going small on an Evil Geniuses 2-0. The next match is Gen G versus Orglis. Gen G are really trying to prove the name they earned from that first LAN tournament. I don't think there should be any problems with them closing out this match. They played once before and it was a sweep 2-0 for Gen G. The map pool favors them as well, so I believe that they'll take this. The last and final match of today is 100 Thieves versus Triumph. Triumph has been a pretty decent upset team here so far. They managed to pick up a 2-1 win against Cloud9, but I think 100 Thieves is going to be way too much for them to handle. I'm going to place a bet on 100 Thieves minus 1.5 here. So here's my recap for today's video. For NiP versus ENCE, I recommended a NiP bet. For Dignitas versus Fnatic, I recommended a Fnatic bet. For Copenhagen Flames versus Godsent, I recommended a Godsent bet. For Heretics versus Complexity, I recommended a Complexity bet. For Astralis versus Vitality, I recommended over 2.5 maps as well as an Astralis bet. For Movie Star Riders versus FaZe, I recommended FaZe minus 1.5 maps. For Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses, I recommended Evil Geniuses minus 1.5 maps. For Gen.G versus Orglis, I recommended Gen.G moneyline bet as well as a Gen.G minus 1.5 maps bet. And finally, for 100 Thieves versus Triumph, I recommended 100 Thieves minus 1.5 maps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.